Today, what shall I tell you? Today, I want to make something very traditional, and you know my name as always. This is Sadhana with you. I'll be showing something very traditional cooking of Konkani cuisine. It is very simple, but many people do not know in that simplicity also there is a super yum taste. Many of the people do not know about it. So I'll be showing a very traditional cooking today. So we'll see the ingredients for that. Okay. I had I told you that I am making two Karela deep fried two dishes. So one is this Kosambri with the Karela, deep fried Karela, and I'll be showing you the ingredients. As you can see, the Karela I have deep fried. I have cut it into small pieces and I have deep fried and I had kept. So this is about a quarter kg Karelas deep fried, and I'm having finely chopped coriander leaves, about so much, about 1 tablespoon. I have about 4 green chilies which I have chopped. I have about 1 lime juice, and I have about 1 large, medium size large onion finely chopped, and I have my coconut, about half cup. So now I'll be making my kosambi. It's very simple, but it is very yum. So I'll be showing you how to make it. I also have my salt. So now I'll be making my kosambri. So let us make the kosambri. I'll mix all the ingredients, as you can see, but I prefer to use hands because it has to nicely enter the, what do you say, it has to get gelled with the Karela, that is the bitter gourd, onions, my coconut, and salt, about say 1.5 teaspoons of salt, and nicely mix it. As you can see, nicely mix. This is very tasty with your plain dal, with your curd rice, with anything which is bland, any thing which you eat which is bland. Curry, this bitter gourd kosambri makes up for the bland dish. As you can see, it's super yum. This is my kosambri. As you can see, it looks so yum. Please go ahead and prepare it. You will surely enjoy this kosambri. Curry, this bitter gourd deep fried kosambri. And now I'll be showing you the roast deep fried bitter gourd koot. We call it koot. It is nothing but it tastes like a pickle. For that the ingredients are, there is hing, about half teaspoon of hing, about quarter teaspoon of methi seeds, about 1.5 teaspoons of mustard seeds, a little lime size tamarind, about a cup of coconut, about 7 or 8 red chilies, salt and oil, and we have deep fried bitter gourd. I'll be adding about 1.5 teaspoons of oil in a small pan because we have to roast the methi seeds and the mustard seeds. So when it is a little hot, I add the methi and I add the mustard and I add the hing and nicely roast it. Getting roasted and nice aroma of methi and mustard and hing, and I forgot about the turmeric, so I'm adding the turmeric also, and about say half teaspoon. And now I'll be adding my red chilies. So just 1 minute saute, switch it off. When it's cool, now I'll be grinding it with the coconut. Now I've added to the mixer all the roasted ingredients. I'll be adding my coconut. I'm using the word my because I feel all these ingredients are mine. The kitchen is mine. So all these ingredients are like my companions. So the word my, I always use the word my. Some one or two people ask me why I use it. So this is the reason. So I feel these are all my sakhis, my friends. So now I'll be adding my salt and I'll be grinding it into a fine paste. So you can see I've ground it into a very fine paste, and now I'll be adding this to the deep fried bitter gourd. And this particular pickle, fresh pickle, it's called koot. This shouldn't be boiled, meaning it has to be taken raw, like a pickle. You see how it looks? It's yum. Even people who do not eat bitter gourd, please, you will be depriving yourself of some very good tasty stuff. So please try this dish. If you still don't like it, no problem, but give it a try at least once in your lifetime, because this tastes too good. It's very little spicy, lots of hing in it, lots of mustard, meaty, and very good to taste with. So you see, it looks like this. It is called kulit in Konkani. It's horse gram. Okay, and now I'll be showing ingredients for the upkari. That is the pulses palya. This is the hing, about half teaspoon. I have got about 1.5 teaspoons of mustard. I have got little tamarind. I have got curry leaves, and I have got my coconut. I have got my red chili. So now what I'll be doing is this. I'll be grinding it coarse, coconut, tamarind and red chilies. I'll show it to you. I'm adding the coconut. Without coconut also you can do, no problem. I'm adding the red chili and I'm adding the tamarind, and I'll be grinding it into a coarse paste. Now I'll be making the pulses upkari. For that I'll be adding about 4 teaspoons of oil, and when it's hot I'll be adding, in the meanwhile you can see I have separated the water and I have kept the lentils, that is the pulses, separately to make my sabji. In Kannada it is called bassaru. Bassaru means we just strain the water and keep the pulses. So now I add my mustard. I add my dear friend curry leaves. We South Indians, without curry leaves we cannot survive. Hing and curry leaves, they are the two most important ingredients in our cuisine. Curry leaves, mustard and hing. If these three are not there, we just cannot cook. As you can see, the mustard is spluttering everywhere. Now what I do is I add my pulses. And to this I told you, coarsely ground the paste. You can see it is very coarse. You just add that to this. Check for the salt, because we have added salt while cooking. So check for the salt and add a little salt. Yeah. So now we mix it. You can see I have nicely mixed it, and now it's ready to eat. If you want, you can add coriander leaves. It's optional, it's up to you. The ingredients for my the strained water, you can call it like rasam. It is like rasam. I've kept the water, and then I've got my green chilies, which I'll be cutting and putting it through this. I've got my tamarind. I've got a little bit of the pulses, which I'll be grinding to a smooth paste, so that it will give a little volume to the rasam. Salt, garlic and ghee. So these are the ingredients for my rasam. As you can see, I have ground my little bit of the pulses, that is the horse gram, kulit, with a tamarind, and I am adding it to the rasam. And with that, I will be adding my green chilies also. This is a shortcut method of mine to just cut the chilies with my scissors. So you can see now I am cutting the chilies and I am adding it. Now I have kept my rasam to boil. Please check for the salt, because while cooking I have added a little salt. It needs a little bit of salt, so maybe I will add about 1.5 spoons of salt. So we'll allow it to boil nicely, and in the meanwhile we'll make the tempering of garlic. For that I'll be adding ghee. Preferably add ghee to rasam, to sambar, for everything, so that the flavor is very good. Now I'll be crushing my garlic, because garlic tends to splash on your face. So please see that it is crushed nicely, otherwise you will get a blister on your face. So this is the way you have to crush the garlic nicely, as you can see. And now I add it to my ghee. You can see the garlic is nicely little browned a little. This stage, switch it off and add it to my rasam. Now we allow the rasam to boil. Now to my favorite job, which is my favorite. I am adding a little ghee and my lovely kulit sar, that is horse gram rasam, which is very simple, with a little upkari. Too good. And my kut. Please prepare this and have it. You will really enjoy. I know many of you don't like bitter gourd because it has that bitterness in the vegetable, but that is the speciality of that vegetable. So okay, if you don't like it like a sabji or a sambar or something in a wet form, please try this kosambari and my kut, fresh pickle. You will really like it. The more you mature the dish, that is, you made it today, you keep it in the fridge and have it tomorrow, you can really enjoy it with curds rice or with plain dal. So even people who do not eat bitter gourd, please go ahead and try it. I would also like to mention here, you may feel I am preparing very simple dishes and I am showing my videos. But the thing is, I believe in simplicity, in the texture and the taste of the dish, and also I believe in the traditional form of cooking. So most of my cooking will be very traditional. Otherwise, I'll just give a joke. I'll tell a joke. It may look like a lost recipe, like how Aditya Bal shows in Epic Channel. All these recipes will go in a lost somewhere in history, and people cannot even identify with it. So I want to keep that form alive. So this is what I wanted to share with you. Thank you.